Hello YouTube, quick overview. This is a World War bundle of 2 matches on 2 maps from the first map pack, namely Station and Knee Deep. The first match is regular war on Station, and the second match is regular team deathmatch on Knee Deep. For both games, I used the G43 semi-auto rifle. As per usual, I'm not going to talk about the gameplay, but rather about Black Ops and what I think of it so far after seeing the multiplayer footage available. Even though I mentioned that I will only commentate on the first match and not tamper with the second, for topics like these, it is obvious my commentary will have to be covered in both matches. First off, I thought long and hard about this concern of mine, and ultimately I concluded that it was mostly trivial. I am disappointed that Black Ops will not have the war game type that was in Treyarch's Call of Duties. This was my favorite game type in World at War, and I'm sure lots of other people loved it too. War was Treyarch's only original creation. Standard game types like free-for-all and team deathmatch are a no-brainer in any shooter. But game types like headquarters, domination, sabotage, and search and destroy are obviously going to be copy and paste jobs in each Call of Duty. Apparently, Treyarch will also include demolition, which was first introduced in Infinity Ward's Modern Warfare 2. The main reason why Treyarch is foregoing the inclusion of War in Black Ops is because Vahn, the primary MP developer of Black Ops, has said that War was a game type built with super large maps and vehicles in mind, and as Black Ops was not going down that direction, they were not going to include it. From that statement though, two things don't really make sense. Why does it have to be super large maps of vehicles? In World at War, they didn't lock out small to medium maps for war, unless it was ground war, or maps that didn't have tanks. You could play war on maps like Dome and Courtyard, two of the smallest maps in the game, Dome or so. Not to mention, Hardcore War, where the max player count is 18 instead of 12, could be played on Dome, which is the smallest map of all. Another thing, they mentioned that vehicles will return in Black Ops MP. Just what happened to these vehicles in the MP footage? If they are killstreaks like the Chopper Gunner or Gunship, I would understand why War would not be implemented, but if there are actual vehicles in mind, then that would be kind of contradictory, wouldn't it? Although, after seeing the MP footage, I truly doubt they would include physical vehicles on the map. They did show an initial MP teaser that there was interactivity in the map, such as on the map Launch, where there was a rocket and you could actually launch it into the air. I'm getting out of hand here, but while I'm disappointed that Treyarch did not include War in Black Ops, there's really nothing I can do about it. And I guess I'll just have to play World at War to get my fix of War. Another concern that's just as trivial is that there doesn't seem to be many new game types. As I mentioned before, free-for-all, team deathmatch, search and destroy, sabotage, headquarters, and domination will forever be copied and pasted into each successive Call of Duty installment. I'm going to assume at this point that capture, Frag, and demolition will now be copied and pasted as well. You have some hardcore versions on some modes. Then you have some game modes revised in Modern Warfare 2, such as Headquarters Pro and Hardcore Ricochet on Search and Destroy and Headquarters. For Modern Warfare 2, they only introduced third person mode and demolition. Black Ops introduces Wager mode, the true bare bones mode that everyone demanded, and also a classic team deathmatch with Killstreaks set to 357. Other than that, I guess we'll be stuck playing the same game modes in each Call of Duty game, just on different maps with different guns and mechanics. I'm not all that inconsiderate though. I mean, I can understand why they don't want to try and come up with too many new game modes. Since these game modes are staples to a series, coming up with new game modes can be difficult since they have to be creative and original to the point that people fall in love with the new game modes they come up with. As they always say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's also the fact that they have to apply each and every game type to each and every single map, and that includes the map packs as well. That's just too much time spent to think up of new game modes that people might like. It's a good thing though that Treyarch's organizing their playlists and game modes in the same manner as they did in World at War, with core, hardcore, bare bones, and apparently a prestige playlist. I still understand why Infinity Ward will go for a giant list of game modes instead of organizing them like how Treyarch did it. Now with those two concerns out of the way, I pretty much like what I've seen of Black Ops so far. They removed Stopping Power and Juggernaut, so now everyone must deal with base gun damage. They also removed One Man Army and Commando, and brought back most of the perks from Modern Warfare 2, except they're placed in different tiers and they're named differently. Flak Jacket is very welcome for Perk 1 tier. They should deal with any explosive spamming bullshit immediately. I imagine that the new tubes won't take away a perk, but will be weakened severely, especially since they can have launchers as a secondary. Well, yeah, they had it in Modern Warfare 2, but explosives were really strong in the game, so yeah. Now there will actually be varied perk loadouts as opposed to the tried and true setups from Call of Duty 4 to Modern Warfare 2. Second Chance will be annoying to deal with again, especially for its reviving ability, but it's not the greatest of my concerns unless it's in hardcore mode, but I don't play hardcore. Burst guns and sniper rifles aren't incapable of getting kills with a pull of a single trigger at all. However, they should not make burst guns kill in a single burst at long range, unless the burst hits the head. They should only kill one burst at close to medium range normally. The two burst guns, namely the M16 and the G11 I think, have barely any recoil on their bursts. I honestly think it will be too much for them to one burst kill normally at any range. Semi-auto assault rifles like the M14 and FAL will be viable as long as burst guns don't dominate at long range. The fully auto assault rifles definitely have some recoil, so they won't be true lasers like in Modern Warfare 2. I'm kinda worried about the sniper rifles though, because the L96 bolt action seems to have the same multipliers as the Dragunov, meaning we'll have another intervention versus Barrett scenario, in which the Barrett is statistically superior to the intervention. Here's a nice list of SMGs though. I'm definitely glad that I can use the AK-74U again. I imagine lots of people using the MP5K though. The launchers have blast radiuses similar to the wall bazooka, meaning they're relatively weak and you can't abuse them like in Modern Warfare 2. Thank God there's no explosive damage perk like Danger Close, because in Modern Warfare 2 the blast shield was absolutely useless against one-man army Danger Close new tubes. And launchers like the AT-4 and RPG had huge blast radiuses even without Danger Close. Now, one thing Modern Warfare 2 did get right, but also wrong at the same time, was buffing the shotguns, but moving them to secondaries. Black Ops made shotguns primary again, but they need a buff relatively similar to Modern Warfare 2. Either increase the range, but don't spaz totalify them where they could kill at maximum range, or make sure they actually kill at close range. Many times in Call of Duty 4 and World at War, the pump action shotguns gave you hit markers. The semi-auto shotguns fared way better in getting kills, even though they had less ammo. If Black Ops shotguns are close to Modern Warfare 2, then they'll actually excel at their intended range, instead of getting owned by any other gun that isn't a sniper rifle. Killstreak rewards don't add to getting kills for your next Killstreak award, but I still hope they add to your overall Killstreak count. Like, say you have a RC and a Palm Strike, a Chalk Chopper setup, and you get all 3 Killstreak rewards and don't use any, and you have a current count of 7 kills for a Killstreak. You use a Chopper, which gets you 5 kills, and a Palm Strike gets you 3 kills, and the RC gets you 1 kill. The Killstreak count now is 16 kills, and yeah, that's basically what I mean. Care packages are back, and they're still the same except for getting 2 low-worthy weapons, namely the Death Machine and Grim Reaper. That would be a huge oh shit factor in Search and Destroy, I imagine. Care packages are luck-based, but they're only really a problem in Search and Destroy personally. Sure, some random guy might get lucky in Team Deathmatch to get dogs from a care package, and get a whole lot of kills from them, now that dogs only 1-hit kill in Black Ops. But care packages are now 5 kills instead of 4 unless you use Hardline. Not many people use care package outside the early levels and in Search and Destroy. And now that they're 5 kills and must be bought, they probably won't be used as much in Black Ops either. The currency system is interesting, but now I finally found out that you still have to unlock the option to buy weapons and perks by reaching a certain level. I'm going to buy a gun, followed by some useful attachments for it. There are only 50 levels and 5 prestige levels, which is a nice change of pace. Too many levels and prestiges is cumbersome. I imagine that you get new custom class slots for each prestige and like before, but they'll probably have some new rewards as well. like a camo that you get only after prestiging to a certain level, and that would not affect gameplay that much, and it might actually encourage people to prestige. I'm definitely going to prestige all the way, since camos are bought and getting headshots isn't necessary anymore. I won't stay on the same level or prestige like I did in Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, where I did so just because I got specific camos on specific guns. Most of my money will be spent on getting just specific guns, some attachments for those guns, some equipment, some perks, and some of the Killstreaks. I won't buy every single thing until I hit 5th prestige. This will ensure that I have lots of money for the fall prestiges. Thanks to the contract system, XP and money will build up in addition to whatever challenges to complete, kills to get, and objectives you've done. Money will come by very easily, and as long as I don't buy too much, I'll probably be able to get whatever I want once I hit the next prestige. Let's just hope you don't lose all of your currency when you prestige, just for customization options only. After all, since guns and perks must be unlocked at a specific level when bought, losing them after prestiging should be the only compromise you have to make. Having your money carried over should be fine. You won't be able to buy everything right off the bat if you saved up. Losing all of your currency in addition to customization options is a very severe penalty for prestiging. Although I'm still going to prestige anyway, even though I do lose all my money. The air mode is awesome. Now I no longer need to dazzle record a match on the fly. I'll just record after viewing it in theater and deciding that it's excellent enough to be recorded. Yes, you do have the option to upload directly, which will also result in better quality than simply dazzle recording a match, but dazzle recording will also let me commentate on my matches. People will definitely use and abuse this feature for certain. Outside of match uploads, you can actually use theater mode to report cheaters, glitchers, hackers, and boosters. I can only hope though that some kids don't make false reports of "oh my god, hacks" to Treyarch. As you can tell, I'm pretty excited for Black Ops, and I can't wait to get it. So I'm looking forward to Black Ops. Let's just hope that Treyarch balances the guns and the maps, and you'll have a game that everyone will love, much more than Modern Warfare 2. With that said, that ends this commentary. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you once again.
Mm-mm.